14 plays, 87 yards in 6 minutes and 22 seconds. Garrett Pape on third down finds Andrew Revel from 15 yards away, 35-14. And that's just a senior quarterback getting the job done, and Andrew Revel making a nice juggling catch. I'm John Beltran with Dave Urich and Zach Green to kick it off. The Beat Diggers need a massive rally, now need to score on every possession. Low line drive. It'll bounce at the 15. Rosenbrock is going to pick it up at the 8-yard line, run to the 10, back to the left of the 15-yard line, wiggles his way to around the 20, and he's down right there. It's a return of 18 yards. Matt Godo, the sophomore, makes the tackle.
Well, this is just an effective kick right there. You know, it's a tight end over end because he's kicking it pretty low on the ball, and it gets down there and it just takes a nasty hop, and that's what happened to Shade a couple times. He tried to return it, and that's exactly what happened to Joe right there.
2:05 to go in the third. Dave, I think the only thing you can ask for the Beat Diggers now is to end this game on a positive note. The way they ended the second quarter. Unfortunately, they won the second quarter, but they have clearly lost the first and the third quarters. They've been wiped off the field here in the third quarter, and maybe that's some of the inexperience taking over. Now we have a flag as well that was thrown during that kickoff return, a block in the back against the Beat Diggers. So now they're going to have to go 90 yards to score a touchdown, and they're down by 21.
The Beat Diggers have evidently played a pretty sloppy game of football because every single flag that's thrown, boy, it's against the Diggers.
1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. The backs are split. Garcia to hand it off to Seawald, running left, slams into a defender, breaks a tackle, and he's down at around the 20. He ran hard, and Ian Moreno made the tackle, but not before a gain of 10.
100 yards now for Seawald on 16 carries.
You know, it's too bad that some big plays really determined this game. I mean, you look at that drive now for Morgan, not that they didn't earn anything else, but that drive, they certainly earned it. I mean, you have 87 yards, and you travel in 6 minutes. That's a Beat Digger drive.
You betcha. And they kept them off balance with a lot of different plays and a couple of screen passes or screen-looking passes to their backs out of the backfield.
1st and 10, the Beat Diggers have the football at their own 20, a minute 49 to go in the third, trailing 35-14. And we have a flag that will be against the Beat Diggers. That'll draw them back 5 yards. Gives me a chance to tell you that your one-stop shop for all of your banking and investment needs, from checking to savings to IRAs, is Morgan Federal Bank, 321 Ensign Street. There's a difference. Morgan Federal Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender on that motion penalty. And welcome home to your hometown grocery store featuring Morgan County's largest variety. That's the Brush Grocery Cart. So 1st and 15 from the 15. And the penalties have really gone. As you just mentioned earlier, you mentioned it was boom, there's another flag against the Beat Diggers. 1st and 15. Garcia to hand it off to Seawald, running right, a big hole across the 25. That's actually Connor Weiser, who runs very much like Seawald. They almost look similar, almost have the same number, and he was tripped up, but not before a gain of 14 yards to the 29. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
It was a different look, though, wasn't it, out of that fullback? Seawald and Weiser, they both run really hard, but they both run differently, and Weiser, you could see some fresh legs on that carry.
2nd down and 1 from the 29-yard line. See the Beat Diggers keep it on the ground. They do, running right, and that's a 1st down. That's Weiser once again across the 30 to the 34. The gain of 5 before he's bottled up by the left side of that Mustang defense, including Zach Green, the 6', 175-pound senior defensive end. Well, that's the thing, Dave. I mean, the Beat Diggers have got weapons this year in the backfield.
Yeah, they sure do. They're just going to have to put some things together and get some confidence in their passing game, and then make sure the kids are ready to go and not caught off guard like they were tonight.
1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Backs are split. There's the handoff and hit in the backfield. And at the line of scrimmage is Rosenbrock. He had no chance there. And that's because of the penetration of Diego Carrillo, or check that, Ryan Hoffman, the 5'11", 175-pound senior. It'll be 2nd down and 10 with that ball right at the 34 with 25 seconds to go in the third. C.J. Kukas lines up as the receiver to the right. On the inside slot is Shea Hansen. On 2nd and 10 for the 34. This quarter has belonged to the Mustangs. Garcia, quick drop, throwing. That pass is intercepted, taken away at the 40-yard line by Chris Dermer, down the sideline to the 30. He's at the 20, cuts inside to the 10, the 5. At the Mustang touchdown. Got a 45-yard return on the second interception thrown by Eric Garcia, and the Mustangs have blown it wide open. It's 41-14.
The pass was maybe a little high and maybe a little bit behind him, but it was tipped perfectly right into Dermer's hands. And Dermer, you got to give him credit, boy. After he caught the football, just blocked and ran right down the field for that touchdown.
Now let's see if DeRoche attempts this extra point. And that was the final play of the third quarter, but we'll get the extra point, and then we'll end the third quarter officially. As the Mustangs run up to the line of scrimmage. Again, unofficially, 45 yards. 8 holds down, and the kick is up, and there's a roughing the kicker as it is good. Tanner Schaefer makes the extra point. Now let's see if that'll be assessed on the kickoff before they put the point up there on the scoreboard. And it looks like the Mustangs will just take the point. We played 3 quarters from Legion Field with the score, Fort Morgan 42, Rush 14 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.